Chapter 12, read by Jalen Kelly.
I think we could all do this, the three of us, together. 11th grade. Yo, Mick, you still trying to go out for the baseball team? George asked. He and Samson had played on the school's team since ninth grade. George played first base, while Samson played shortstop and pitcher. Yeah, man, how hard can it be to out hit the two of you? Remek replied with his usual grin. Remek somehow had never played much baseball while he was a kid, but he was strong and athletic and figured he could learn just about any sport. Come to batting practice after school, and we'll make you eat that bat for dinner, Samson joked. By this time, Samson had developed into a skillful, potentially professional baseball player. He was the captain of the baseball team at university and could almost touch dreams of playing in the major league. He often had write-ups in local paper highlighting his playing performance. Davis goes 3 for 4 with 4 RBIs while pitching a 4-hitter as University tops Chavez 6 and 5. He knew if he really worked at it that he could get a baseball scholarship. The three friends drove to the park, had batting cages and punching machines that tossed the balls into the batter automatically. Remek took his place, ready to bat. Keep your hands together, George shouted from the other side of the fence. Bend your knees a little, Samson offered. I've watched the Yankees for years, Remek said, ignoring the both of them. Baseball is easy. The machine pitched the first ball. Remek swung with a powerful twist. He missed. The second ball erupted from the machine. Remek swung again. He missed it by a mile. A third ball came. He swung and missed at that one too. The balls kept coming. Remek kept swinging and missing. George and Samson, rolling with laughter, tried to offer suggestions to help him hit at least one of the balls. Finally, they gave up trying to help and just sat down on the ground, doubled over in laughter. The machine finally routed the balls, and Remek stopped swinging. He looked at his friends, tossed the bat away, and he had no choice but to laugh with them. When Samson and George could catch their breath and had stopped their uncontrollable giggling, Remek said, "Forget this. I'm better at playing girls than baseball any day. I think I'll just stick to what I know." Well, I hope you don't strike out with any girls many times you struck out today, George said. That got them started again, and they laughed all the way home, sitting on Samson's car later that night. The three of them got to talking about their futures, as they found themselves doing many times. You know, we're almost out of this prison they call high school, Remek said jokingly. It's not so bad, George said. Some of the teachers are too easy and some just don't care, but it's basically cool with me. What are you going to do when you graduate now that you're not getting kicked out? Samson asked Remek. Well, I know Mrs. Silly String would never believe it, but I'd really like to be a teacher, Remek admitted. So kids not even born yet can do to you what we did to our teachers, Samson asked with a laugh. Remek sighed. No, 'cause I know what it's like to be a kid who needs more but doesn't know how to ask for it. Only a few teachers know how to reach out to kids like me. I could do that. You're right, man, George said. But I don't want to teach. I want to be a doctor, nurse, or something medical. I don't even know what you have to do to become something like that, Samson said honestly. I don't either, George said. But I figure you need big piles of money and about 1,000,000 years to spend in college. Hassan and Ahai are going to Howard University in D.C., Remek commented, but their folks have a little cash. He fell silent. I think it would be cool to go into business, Samson said. You know, become an entrepreneur and own a big company. He sounded a little vague. What kind of business is there around here except for drugs and crime? George asked bitterly. Show business, Ramek told him. We can be rap stars. Yeah, right. We need money even to do that, Samson told him. Samson drove the other two home, their hopes and dreams left in the starlight. The next day at school, bored and restless, Ramek, George, and Samson sat in the back of their math class, making smart remarks and funny noises. The teacher looked up in an expression. You three clowns plan to make jokes for the rest of your life, she asked. Maybe, Samson replied. You want to get out of this class. Now that's no maybe. That's a defined yes. A definite yes, George answered, laughing. Then the three of you get out of here. College came to the school every day looking for good students, and you three jokers let it all pass you by. College would make mumble too hard, too long, too much money, but he was interested despite what he said. Right now there's some presentation about Seton Hall University in the library. Go check it out. The teacher suggested anything to get out of here, Samson said with a grin. The three of them got to their books and headed out of the class room, having no intention of going to the presentation. Let's go shoot some hoops, man, Ramek suggested. I'm with you, brother, the other two replied. The three of them ran gleefully through the empty halls toward the gym. Where are you going, gentlemen? The principal's loud, authoritarian voice boomed at them. They stopped and turned. The library, George said, thinking quickly. The library is that way, the principal said without smiling. She pointed down the other hall. Thanks, ma'am, Samson said as the three turned and headed back to the library. We got lost, George and Ramek stiffed their laughter. If you're looking for the Seton Hall presentation, it's just beginning, the principal told him. She walked with the three boys to the library, then stood by the door listening to the presentation herself for a few minutes. We're stuck, Samson thought as the three of them found seats back at the table. George said nothing. He had turned his attention to the speaker in front of the room. This sounds interesting. I am from Seton Hall University. The speaker began. We have a special program that some of you might find appealing. Did you know that there's a vast need for minorities in the health professions? Did you know that in this city alone, people have to wait for hours to see a doctor because there are not enough doctors on staff at the hospitals to see them? Samson thought back at that day. Stone fell on his foot, and how the doctor with the magical x-rays helped him heal properly. Ramek thought back to many times that he'd been taken to the emergency room for various scrapes and bruises. George had thought back to many times to visits in the dentist, how fascinating the whole process had been for him. Seton Hall University, she continued, is dedicated to training more minority students to enter medicine, not as aides and orderlies. Although those are important jobs, but as doctors, she paused for effect. George felt his heart beating faster. Could this be the chance he was looking for, the answer to the question he didn't even know how to ask? The Pre-Medical Pre-Dental Plus program, she said, is committed to help you prepare for the study in a medical, dental, or other health-related field. It is just funded by the State of New Jersey Educational Opportunity Fund. George raised his hand. So how much does it cost? Tuition and basic costs are covered. That's why this program is so selective and worthwhile. You mean it's free? He asked incredulously. Nothing is completely free, but we've got you covered for a large part of it, she replied with a laugh. George sat there with a look of disbelief and possibility on his face. He asked another question. How long does it take? The program is 4-year undergraduate degree program. Students must study a science major in the College of Arts and Sciences. at Seton Hall University, so I can be a doctor in 4 years, Ramek asked half-jokingly. 4 years is just the undergraduate part. She replied, medical or dental school is another 4-year program plus additional years of study after that. That's an awfully long time, Ramek said, sitting down with the feet on his face. You'll be 4 years older whether you go to college or not. Why not fill up those years with something valuable? She shot back. Ramek looked thoughtful but said nothing. George thought back to Miss Johnson, who had said almost the exact same thing to him way back in 3rd grade. The Seton Hall representative continued, you will receive an academic career and personal counseling. An advisor will help you plan coursework in preparation for advanced level science courses. Some of that stuff is really hard. Suppose a person messes up, Sampson asked. Tutoring in key science disciplines is offered at least 2 times per week, more if you need it. You're never alone. You have folks there who want to see you succeed. Is it guaranteed that we will get into medical and dental school after undergraduate studies? Sampson asked. Pretty much, but all you have to do well and work toward good grades. Deep, George mumbled. He was swallowing every word, his excitement building as he continued to describe the unbelievable opportunity. Is it hard to get in this program? A student asked. You have to have the grades, teacher recommendations, personal interview, SAT scores, that sort of thing, but mostly you have to have the desire. Anything you want badly enough, you can achieve. Sampson and Ramek looked doubtful, but George's face was full of excitement. In addition, the woman said, a 7-week summer program offers students courses in college-level chemistry, mathematics, and writing. These courses facilitate the transition to studying at the college level. Students earn up to 7 undergraduate credits in the summer program. Summer school on purpose? Ramek looked doubtful. We find it really helps. The students get to know each other, learn about life in college on campus, and learn study skills that might have skimmed over high school. Sampson looked at George and Ramek. The 3 of them were used to getting good grades with every little effort. Real studying and hard academic discipline were foreign to them. The woman from Seton Hall finished her presentation, then handed out packets that included application for the program. The students filled it out slowly. George, Ramek, and Sampson stayed behind, not worrying about being late to their next class. What do you think, George? Asked the other 2. It's alright, Ramek said without conviction. I still would rather go to Howard than Hassan and High. Sounds like a possibility, Sampson added, but I got to keep my options open. Besides, I will still want to play college baseball, and I don't know much about their sports program, but George would not give up. Hey, look, I really want to do this. I think we could all do this, the 3 of us together. Maybe, Ramek said slowly. It's an awfully long time, Sampson said with a sigh. Man, we can go to college for free, George said, trying to convince them. Free is always good, Ramek said with a grin. What do we have to lose? Let's just do the applications and see what happens, George suggested. Yeah, man, why not? Sampson told the others. Let's go for it. Ramek added. Can't hurt anything. Who knows this? Who knows how this might turn out to be a good thing? They stuffed the applications into their backpacks and headed off to the next class. None of them were aware that their futures were enclosed in a folder tucked between a peanut butter jelly sandwich, a chemistry lab homework assignment, and a pair of